Welcome back to Movement and Telisa for today's quick hips and hamstrings class, or it could be more of a splits focused class if splits are in your practice. We are going to get started on our bums, feet width of the mat, and just lowering the knees left and right to start flossing through the hips. And now let's lower our legs to one side. I'm pivoting on my mat a little bit here, but you do as you please. And then we're going to lift up and lower. You can use the hands as support or do it without hands. Personal preference, whatever feels right for you today. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Switch out. So right leg is now in front with hands or without. Lift and lower. Play around with the angles of your shins. That can all make a difference as well. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Beautiful. Both legs out in front. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop to start engaging through the glutes. Push through the feet, lift the hips, and now lower about 2/3 of the way and lift. Lower, lift. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Imagine you're moving through molasses. 6. So there's resistance on the way up. That's 7. And on the way down. Push against the resistance for 8. Push down against the resistance. Lift. That's 9. 10. Go for another 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We're going to swing our legs back behind us to start stretching into the hip flexors and the quads. So laying on our belly, right arm is propping us up. Look past the left shoulder, bending through the left leg, and with either a strap or your hand, pull the foot down to the outside of the hip. Now as we do this, you want to think about tucking your tail between your legs and then reaching the knee of the bent leg away from you, and you should feel the sensation in that left quad and hands. Make sure you can breathe through it. If ever you find yourself holding your breath, you've just come a little bit too far, so just ease out of it a little bit until you can maintain that steady breathing. Two more rounds of breath. Slowly release. And get set up for the other side, looking past the right shoulder, right leg is bent. Reach the knee of the bent leg away from you. Tuck your tail between your legs. Remember, it doesn't matter what your variation looks like. What matters is that you feel the sensation in the front of the right leg. Two more rounds of breath. Slowly release. Pushing ourselves up into a tabletop position. Extend through the left leg. Lift and lower. Now what we want to be very mindful of here, to keep this in the glutes and not the lower back, is that we're not coming up too high where our back starts to arch. So we stop once the glute can't lift it anymore. Imagine your core is like a corset. Squeeze that tight. It doesn't move. Lower and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower left leg down, extend through the right. Same thing, tighten the corset of your core. Nothing moves through your spine. Lift once the glute can't lift it anymore. Lower. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower right knee down. Lift the left leg up, bend in the knee, flex through the foot, and making big hip circles in one direction. We're doing 5 in each direction. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Now reverse. 1, 2. Keep the core set tight. 3, 4, 5. Lower it down. Whew, you should be able to feel that. Pick up the right leg. Knee is bent, foot is flexed. Let's go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower it down. Bringing left leg in front. Come into a low lunge, whatever that looks like for you. And then pull the hips back for half split. Left foot is flexed. We're keeping a relatively flat back so that we're really concentrating the stretch in the leg. Pull it forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. Now keep doing that. If splits is in your practice, now is your opportunity to get into them. So start to widen the feet apart from one another. Maybe the hands are supporting you. Maybe the hips aren't all the way down. Work with where you are. Let the body ease and relax into it. There's no rush. If you're still alternating between the low lunge and the half split, keep it up. Maybe you want to find stillness in the low lunge and then a little bit of stillness in the half split. You can do whatever you please. This is your practice. Now, if you're working on your full split, plant the hands, and even if it looks awkward and messy, push up out of it. If you want a transition challenge, tuck your back foot, lift the hips up by pushing the ground away, and circle this left leg around. Right leg comes forward, coming into our low lunge. And then pull the hips back, half split, so flex through that foot, flat back. Pull it forward and back, forward and back. Work at your own pace. I do recommend flossing back and forth a bit, but then again, if you want to stay and hang out in your low lunge for a while and then stay and hang out in your half split, you are more than welcome to do so. If you are exploring your full split, start to shimmy that front foot forward, the back foot back, find your depth. Once you feel a good sensation, stop there, let your body acclimate. Take deep breaths, and then maybe you can find a little bit more depth. If you're in your full split, any variation of it, plant the hands down and gracefully or ungracefully come out of it. If you want the transition challenge again, tuck the back foot, push the mat away, circle that back leg back behind. Let's stretch into the hips a little bit. Full pigeon. We're going to stack right leg on top of left. If that's not working, you can have the right shin in front of the left one. So the two options there, in front of one another or on top of the other. With a nice flat back, so leading with the chest. Fold forward. Stop when you feel a good amount of sensation in the right hip. You can find stillness or sway. Maybe Your body allows for a little bit more space to fold. Slowly come upright. Sit back on the hips to switch out. So left shin is now either on top of the right or in front of the right, leading with the chest. Come to a point where you feel a good amount of sensation that you can breathe through. Find stillness or sway. Maybe you can fold a little bit deeper. And then slowly, gently bringing ourselves upright. From here, swing both legs back behind you, settling into a child's resting pose. Toes together, knees can be together or splayed apart. Pull the hips back as you reach the hands forward. Maybe forehead comes in contact with the mat. We're done with the hard work. So completely relax your body, surrendering entirely into your mat. Relax the muscles in your face. Relax your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. If you have very tight hips and hamstrings, or if splits is a goal of yours, a class like this, that's short and sweet, is great to come back to as often as you can. I thank you so much for sharing your time, energy, attention, and your practice with me today. If you got anything out of today's class, I do ask that you like, comment, subscribe, or share. In closing, we say Namaste.